Hello students, in this class we will discuss something on a new chapter, current electricity, which is your second lesson, first volume plus 2. Current, you are already familiar with the term current and electricity. Current is nothing but flow of charges. Flow of charges constitute a current. So depending upon the conducting nature of the materials, which we can broadly classify materials into different types based on its conducting property. So first is conducting material, conductors, which conducts because of the availability of free electrons. Availability of free electrons. Then semiconductors. The name suggests it is semi, that means partially conducts. At ordinary temperatures, these semiconductors behaves like an insulator because zero at absolute zero. Then if you increase the temperature, this again starts conducting. So this comes under the category semiconductors. We will discuss in detail in our 10th unit or 9th unit in your second volume. Then insulators, which does not conduct because of the non-availability of free electrons. And one more classification is superconductors. So based on the conducting nature of the materials, you can classify the materials into 4 different groups. Conductors, more number of free electrons are available. Say for example, silver, copper. And semiconductors, for example, germanium, silicon. Insulators, wood, rubber. And superconductors we will discuss in detail. At low temperature physics we will discuss later. Now conductors, availability of free electrons. Semiconductors, there is few electrons are available. We are creating some more electrons or charges for conducting with the help of some external energy sources. Then insulators, there is no free electrons are available for conduction. We call it as insulators. Sometimes we call it as dielectrics. That also we will discuss in detail in the forthcoming topics. Now coming to conductors, you should have a broad understanding of some terminologies which are closely associated with this. So availability of free electrons. Here electrons are termed as charges. So free charges. Free electrons are nothing but free charges. Right. This motion of charges. So motion of charges. Let Q be the net charge of a conductor passing through a given area in a given time. So Q by T, the rate of flow of charges, in other words, is nothing but current. So we are going to discuss in detail about this current, which comes under the heading current electricity. Now what are all the fundamental terms which are closely related to this topic, current electricity. So current, which is defined as net charge passing through any given cross section in a given time. So Q by T is termed as current. So what is the unit of this current? Q is measured in coulomb. Q is measured in coulomb. Time in second. So coulomb per second. It is coulomb per second. Coulomb per second equivalent is ampere. So unit of current is ampere. So equivalent of ampere is coulomb per second. Charge is measured in coulomb. Time is in second. It is coulomb per second. Coulomb second power minus 1 or coulomb second inverse, which is equivalent to ampere, to honor the scientist called Ampere. So current is measured in ampere. So what is 1 ampere now? So I, when I equal to 1, provided Q equal to 1 unit and T equal to 1 unit. So it is 1 coulomb per unit time. It is 1 coulomb per unit time is 1 ampere. 1 ampere equal to 1 coulomb per 1 second. So 1 coulomb per unit time is equivalent to 1 ampere of current. Clear? Now, one simple relation, one simple law which is you are already aware, Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law on current electricity? Ohm's law is at constant temperature so this is more important because temperature plays a role in conduction. So at constant temperature the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. PD refers to potential difference applied between the ends of the conductor. So Ohm's law is at constant temperature the current flowing through a conducting material is directly proportional to the potential difference or voltage applied between the ends of the conductor. So normally in a conductor there are so many free electrons are available which moves here and there. The net current becomes 0 without any potential difference applied between the conductors. There is no current in the conductor. Now after application of some potential difference, so electric field is created. Due to that there is a flow of charges through a given conductor in a particular direction towards the positive terminal. So these are all electrons. So electrons are turned towards the positive terminal suddenly. So this sudden turning of the charges towards the positive terminal we call it as drift velocity, which will be defined later one by one. Then there will be a flow of current whenever a voltage is applied between the ends of a conductor. Right. Now this V is proportional to I. V, if we equate by removing proportionality factor, you can write it as V is some constant into I. Now this constant R is called resistance. Resistance of the material. Resistance offered by the conductor to the flow of current is resistance. Now, so what is resistance? The term resistance here. So R can be written as V by I. When V equal to 1 unit and I equal to 1 unit, so R is equal to 1 ohm. So resistance is measured in ohm. The unit of resistance is ohm, OHM. The symbol is this one. So R equal to V by I. So it is defined as resistance is offered by a conductor is a ratio between the potential difference and the current flowing through the conductor. So it is measured in ohm. Now this resistance is directly proportional to resistance R of a conducting material is directly proportional to length of the conducting material and inversely proportional to area of cross section. So together we can write R is proportional to L by A. Now we are defining another term from this. R is proportional to L by A, or R is equivalent to some constant. So by removing proportionality factor, by equating it, on a constant appears, that constant is rho. Here the term is rho into L by A. Where L is length of the conductor, A is area of cross section of the conductor. Now what is rho now? Rho here is called resistivity of the conductor. So what is resistivity? Now modify the equation. Rho becomes R into A by L. R into A by L. Where here R is resistance of the material, A is area of cross section of the material, conductor, and L is length of the conductor. So simple diagram. Let A be the area of the conductor, area of cross section, and let L be the length of the conductor. L is length of the conductor. Now the resistivity or resistance here, resistance depends upon length and area of cross section. Length, which is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area of cross section. So put together you can write R is proportional to L by A, or R is equivalent to some constant into L by A. That constant is known as resistivity. This resistivity of the conductor. So what is resistivity? So modified form is rho equal to R into A by L. Here R is resistance, A area of cross section, L is length. Now let us get the unit for resistivity. So R is measured in ohm, area of cross section is meter square, L is in meter. So on meter gets cancelled. So rho is measured in ohm meter. That is ohm meter. Resistivity is measured in ohm meter. Now let us define what is resistivity. So resistivity equal to R into A by L. When A equal to 1 unit and L also equal to 1 unit. So in order to define, we are choosing A equal to 1 unit and L equal to 1 unit. So rho A becomes equal to R. Rho becomes equivalent to R. So at this juncture you can define resistivity. What is resistivity? Resistivity is nothing but resistance offered by a conductor having unit area of cross section and unit length. Where? So resistivity is defined as the resistance offered by a conductor of unit area of cross section and unit length is resistivity, whose unit is ohm meter. Unit is ohm meter. Now some more terminologies involved in this topic is conductivity. So conductivity is reciprocal of resistivity. Higher the resistivity, less will be the conductivity. Higher the conductivity, less will be the resistivity. So these are inversely proportional. The symbol is sigma. This is rho and this is sigma. Sigma here refers to conductivity. The inverse of resistivity. Inverse of resistivity of a conductor, which is measured in the unit mho, MHO, meter inverse. So resistivity is measured in ohm meter. You just invert the terms involved in ohm, which gives you mho, OHM, ohm. MHO, mho. Mho, meter inverse, is unit for conductivity. Another term involved here is drift velocity. Velocity you already aware. What is velocity? It is rate of change of displacement. Here drift velocity. Drift velocity means the sudden change of direction of the flow of electrons when an external field is applied is called drift velocity, Vd. It is the average velocity acquired by the electrons inside a conductor. When it is subjected to an electric field. So without applying the electric field or potential difference, all the electrons are moving here and there in zigzag manner. Right, then the average velocity also becomes 0. Here, after the application of some field or potential difference, all the electrons are suddenly drifted. The meaning of drift is sudden change. Suddenly drifted towards the positive terminal of the applied voltage. So that is called drift velocity. It is the average velocity acquired by the electrons inside a conductor when it is subjected to an electric field or potential difference. So velocity, you know already. What is the unit of velocity? It is meter per second. It is measured in meter per second or meter second inverse. So drift velocity is average velocity acquired by an electron or electrons inside a conductor when it is subjected to an electric field or potential difference. It is measured in meter per second. Then another new term is mobility. Mobility, the name suggests what is mobile. Mobile is moving. So moving capacity is mobility. Symbol is mu. It is the magnitude of the drift velocity per unit electric field. Magnitude of the drift velocity per unit electric field. Right? For these terminologies we are going to derive a detailed derivation equation for it. So equation, the unit of mobility is meter square volt second. Meter square by volt second or meter square volt power minus 1 second power minus 1. The unit of mobility. What is mobility? It is the drift velocity per unit electric field. The value or magnitude of the drift velocity per unit electric field. It is measured in meter square per volt second. Right? Then another term is current density. Current density. The symbol is J. It is the current per unit area. Current flowing per unit area of cross section. Current flowing per unit area of cross section inside a conductor. So which is denoted by symbol J. J is, so mathematical form is I by A. So what is the unit of J? Current density. Current is measured in amperes and area is meter square. So ampere per meter square or ampere meter power minus 2. Ampere meter power minus 2 is current density. Right, these are all there are few terminologies which are closely related to our current topic, which is current electricity, and we will derive some equation which relates all these terminologies. What is the relation connecting drift velocity, mobility, current density, and current, charge, conductivity, resistivity, etc. And with this, I conclude this session. A detailed derivation part will be followed in my next session, next video. So keep watching. Thank you.